2 billion women worldwide with one thing in common. Millions of them go through hell month after month.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Owiti and I'm standing here in the center of Dandora. Dandora is the second largest slum and dumping site in the mega city, Nairobi.
Dandora is just one of the many places around the world. Most people here live from hand to mouth. Life is a daily struggle. Many can barely afford a meal, and there is no money for sanitary products. The biggest victims of this poverty are the girls. Thousands of them go through hell every month.
What are the biggest challenges girls go through?
The challenges that girls struggle with is the lack of menstrual items, and it's the same nightmare every month. And they lack the money to buy the pads and the tampons. Yeah.
I remember my first period very well. I was 12 and on my way to school, I didn't notice anything. When I went to class, my teacher immediately saw the blood stain on my skirt. He embarrassed me in front of the whole class. Everyone started laughing at me. I was so ashamed. I went home and hid. From that day, I've never gone back to school during my periods. Of course, I missed a lot of lessons. I wanted to go to a good secondary school, but I couldn't because of my poor grades.
Do girls get worse educational opportunities just because they are girls and get their period?
Yes, unfortunately, that is true. At least for the girls who can't afford sanitary towels. And that's 65% of girls in Kenya. They miss too many lessons. They are ashamed and afraid of being bullied by boys out at school, so they prefer to hide away at home. 10 to 15% of girls eventually give up and drop out of school. They have missed too many lessons and can no longer keep up. More than half of the girls could get better grades and graduate from school if they hadn't missed many days of class.
Girls often take great health risks to avoid missing lessons.
Good evening, Dr. Mbango.
Good evening.
So, Dr. Mbango, you are a specialist in gynecology and are also responsible for the emergency room. What is one of the most common reasons why girls come to the emergency room?
Well, Most girls in the emergency room come to us with very severe pain. These are often severe abdominal infections. The girls come to the clinic very late because they don't have the money to get medical help earlier.
And Daktari, what are the causes of the severe abdominal infections?
To put it banal, poverty. In concrete terms, the girls have no money for hygiene products, so they try to control their blood flow with old newspapers, foam, or scraps of fabric that they pick up somewhere. Some girls also share used sanitary towels. All these, as well as tampons that are not changed for too long, lead to serious infections and damage to health. As I said, the girls don't have the money for clean and safe hygiene products, and are therefore putting their health at risk.
Thank you so much for your time, Daktari, and have a nice evening.
Hi, karibu.
The girls' problems don't count. Sexuality and menstruations are not to be discussed in my family. When I first had my period, I thought I was going to die. My sister's friends explained it to me, and at least my fear was gone, but not my shame. We don't have money to buy tampons and pads. We even don't have enough to buy food. During those days, we girls hid at home.
Gladys Waithera, a social worker in Dandora, to whom we are going, tell us the life-threatening risk girls are taking. Gladys,
Yes.
you have been working as a social worker in Dandora for over 10 years. What are the biggest risks that girls take to manage their period?
Our girls don't want to miss lessons here in school, and they don't want to hide in their homes either. So they let men persuade them to have sex with them in exchange of getting the healthy products. So some of it, unfortunately, it's unprotected sex. This leads to unwanted pregnancy, and as a result, it ends at school dropout.
And what about the health risks for girls?
The most dangerous risk is the risk of contacting, we call it sexually transmitted diseases, and the worst of it all is the transmission of HIV and AIDS. Yes.
I was in the middle of my national exams. My dream was to get very good grades, to get a scholarship for a college. I had worked so hard for that goal. On the third day of my exam, I started my menstruation. I was so desperate. I had no money for tampons or pads, but I also didn't want to cancel my exams or stay at home. So I went with the man. It was worse that I did that. I wanted to write my exams. I managed to do that, and I also achieved my goal, a very good exam grade. But I got infected with HIV.
If we really take the girls' education seriously, then we need to tackle the problem of period poverty.
That's right. Girls should not be penalized for being girls.
They need access to menstrual products so that they can no longer miss classes as due to their periods, just like the boys do.
And with that, we'll have the same chances of girls getting a good school leaving certificate just as the boys.
Yes, indeed, but above all, that they no longer have to take any health risks. So, this pack goes for 340 shillings for one girl in 1 month, and the box goes for 4,000 shillings and it's for the whole year.
But the best thing will be the menstrual card. We could reach out and support many girls with it.
Yes, that's true, but a good quality menstrual cup are more expensive than a year's supply of a sanitary towel. They cost around 5,000 Kenya shillings, but they can last up to 10 years. That means we can support 10 times more girls. It would also be hygienic for the girls and a good protection for them when they're at school, and it's also better for the environment.
Dear people, dear girls and women, we ask for your solidarity. We girls deserve the same educational opportunities as boys. For this, we need hygiene products so that we don't miss any lesson. We deserve respect and health integrity just like the boys.
That's another reason we ask for help so that we can buy hygiene products and stop being exploited.
Please, don't look away. Every donation helps a girl in need.
Thank you. Asante sana. Merci. Danke.